mega churches. I've been in every aspect of it. And I've got some good information for you. We are winning. It doesn't look like it on paper. It doesn't look like it with numbers. Those things are completely not relevant. Look, there's a verse I want to start with y'all. There's two miracles I want to tell you, and then there's a story, just a fragment of my life that I just lived. I must needs tell you about it. I mean, it's so awesome how God's allowing us to live in a perpetual life of supernatural. I personally did not start out. I didn't look for that. I didn't know that it was available. I looked for Jesus. And when I found Jesus, the things that came along with him were phenomenal things. Still, we're finding out the impact of all the things he's brought us. Let me just look here. This verse, I talk about it all the time. And I don't know how long it's going to be that I'm not talking about it. It's just on me, and it's right. In Luke, please. See, our work in Mexico now has, Luke chapter 3. Our work in Mexico now has missionaries we have missionaries from the Indians. You have us, our group of missionaries that have come from different nations, and we formed a group. And we live a particular way, and we believe a particular way, and we're going to do that till we die. And we work hard. And that's how we're going to do, that's what we think's right. So, okay? But over the years now, the Holy Ghost has just exploded that work. It's just, golly, it's big now. There's so many churches that are in our group. I don't even know the pastors' names. It's wonderful. I used to know everybody's kids' names. In the one little village church we had 3 people at. And I was happy then about that like I am now about the big one. You hear me? There's something that has come on me from young and has stayed on me. It's expectancy. I don't ever go anywhere that I don't expect, regardless of the political climate, the social climate, the financial climate, church climate. None of those things are relevant in my opinion. They're just not. The only thing is if I'm supposed to be there. That's what's relevant. And everything else will work out God's way. Right here, there's this verse. It just absolutely is stuck on me. But the thing about this verse is it's expanding. I'm running into more and more things in the Bible now in different languages. I'm learning lots of different languages still. And I have to because of how God's letting us work. But right here, the people were in suspense. In Amplified, it says suspense and waiting expectantly. See, my whole life, I'll key on the baptism in the Holy Ghost and the fire of God and getting people healed. Those 3 things are what's predominant in me personally. When I'm here tonight, you're here. The reason we are here is it's not so you can hear some great stories. You're going to. I mean, these things I'm fixing to tell you, your eyes are going to, your jaw's going to the chest. It's fixing to happen. In its own purpose, and I'm going to figure out. And I'm telling you, to be able to have lived what I'm fixing to tell you is all right. I'm serious. I am a blessed man. I'm a blessed man. There's lots of revival taking place. What you see and what you know may not be what's happening. You could be out of touch. Well, right now in my life, I'm not. That great Holy Ghost is moving. And it is frightening how he wants to move. Just now in Hawaii, you know, when I say the word Hawaii, you think luau's and beaches. That's not what I was doing. I was doing conferences in Holy Ghost fire. We had healings, we had deliverance, we filled up a church with new converts in Hawaii. We had gold in the air you could hardly see. I don't know what it was, what kind of material. I don't know what the actual material was. Didn't send it off and have it analyzed. But it was gold, and they were big. Some of them were nugget size. And it was all over these kids that were worshiping God. And it's impressive to me. There was a street mother. Do you understand that term? Or are you too far removed from what real street people are? There was a street mother. Prostitute, cocaine, heroin, addicted mother. Came up there with this little, well, she was delivered. She came up there with this baby. And I'm going to pray for it. She didn't even know how to approach me, what to say to me to get me to pray for the baby. She didn't know the right, she hadn't learned the church language yet. And I looked at that baby. It was lights like these. It was right on us, and because they had cameras and such. And the baby's face was just glittering. I thought the mother had painted it on her, on the baby. And I asked the mother, I said, do you have any glitter? She said, no. I mean, she had tattoos. I mean, she was not the glitter type. And there is some glitter types. And but she wasn't one of them. And so I said, well, look here, turn around and face your baby the way I'm looking at it. When she turned around, saw that baby was painted. We took the clothes and looked at it, and under the clothes everywhere, the whole baby was painted with gold glitter all over it. And that was pretty nice. She started crying, and I said, you see, I said, you've made the right decision. She said, what is that on my baby? She didn't have a clue. I said, what that's called is the presence of God. I said, it won't stay there. If you tried to wash it off, it would come right back on the baby. Heaven has decided to touch his child. Whatever you came for, I can pretty much guarantee you that it's done. And it was true, the baby did get healed. And she just, from then on, she was at every service. We was doing 2 a day. She was at every service, and she got full of the Holy Ghost, completely delivered, and on and on and on, and her life's turned completely around, right? See, it's what in your life gives you suspense? What really gives you activation? What is it that you expect? Let's go over here to see if I can find this verse in Psalms. I know it's in the 80s, Psalms 80 something. Psalms 85, it is. I was in Australia just a few days ago, and this little grandma lady walks up to me, and she was weeping. Brother David, I need you to touch me again. I said,